Thursday, we are going to keep working on all our awesome mental math skills. And before we get into our super awesome subtraction, we're going to warm up our brain with addition. We can't forget about addition while we're doing subtraction. So I have 3 problems for us. All of these problems we are going to solve with our place value knowledge. That's when we solve by adding numbers in the same place. So let's see what you got. Here we go. First up, we have 46 plus 3. What is 46 plus 3? Look, we're going to add numbers in the same place. Here's our ones place. This 4 is the only number in our tens place. So if we're going to add numbers in the same place, what is our answer going to be? It's going to be 49. 6 plus 3 is 9. So 46 plus 3 is 49. Good job, awesome people. Let's look at another one. What about, though, 46 plus 30? 46 plus 30. Remember, we're still going to add numbers that are in the same place. So let's see. We've got a 6 and a 0. Those are in the ones place. And then we have a 4 and a 3 in our tens place. So we're going to add the ones place together and the tens place together. So, 46 plus 30. 6 plus 0 is 6. You didn't need to do anything. But 4 plus 3 is, that is 7. So our answer is 76. 46 plus 30 equals 76. Okay, let's look at one more problem. That is 76 plus 20. So we have 76, and we're going to add 20 more. We're still going to add numbers in the same place. So what 2 numbers are in the ones place? What 2 numbers are in the ones place? We have this 6 and the 0. So we can add them together. They're in the same place. 6 plus 0 is? It's 6. And then what numbers are in the tens place? What numbers are in the tens place? We have our 7 and our 2. Since these numbers are in the same place, we can add them together. So what is 7 plus 2? That is 9. Dun, dun, dun. So our answer is 96. 76 plus 20 equals 96. Okay, super scholars, good job reminding ourselves about place value. Because guess what? We're going to be using this skill today, but with subtraction. So let's take a look at our learning target for Thursday. It says, I can identify when to solve a subtraction equation using place value or the take from 10 strategy. So we have done this same thing with addition, but now we're going to do it with subtraction. We have 2 different strategies we have been using to solve. Using our place value knowledge, subtracting numbers in the same place, or the take from 10 strategy, where we break down a problem to make it simpler. But as we saw with addition, we have to be able to identify what kinds of problems can be solved with which strategy. These strategies aren't going to work with just any problem we make up. We have to be able to look at a problem and identify what strategy we're going to use that's going to make it as simple for us as possible. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be using our math detective skills to look for clues in a problem that will tell us, do I want to solve this with my place value knowledge or with my take from 10 strategy? So we're going to have to tell the difference between problems today. And doing this all depends on one skill we need to know. When we are trying to decide, we have to look at the ones place. It's all about the ones place, just like it was in subtraction. And remember, in place value, we have a ones place and a tens place when there's two-digit numbers. The ones place is always going to be the number that's farthest to the right, that's on the way end. That will always be the ones place. And when we're looking at a subtraction problem and trying to look for our clue, that clue will lie in the ones place. So it's super, super important that we are paying attention to which numbers are in the ones place today. So, if we're looking at the ones place, what question are we going to ask ourselves to figure out what strategy to use? We have to ask ourselves this question. It says, can I subtract the ones? Can you read that question with me? Can I subtract the ones? That is the question you are going to be asking yourself all day today. Can I subtract the ones? Your answer is going to tell you what strategy you need to use. So if you're looking at a problem and you're asking yourself, can I subtract the ones? And your answer is yes, guess what? You are going to use your place value to solve. If you can subtract the ones, it's a yes. Then you are going to solve by subtracting numbers that are in the same place. That is your strategy if you say, yes, I can subtract the ones. But what happens if, no, I can't subtract the ones? Well, in that case, if it's a no, then you are going to take from 10 to solve the problem. If you ask yourself, can I subtract the ones? And you go, no, then you know you're going to start breaking that problem down from taking from a 10. So this is the way we can be able to identify what problem we're going to solve. Can I subtract the ones? Yes. Place value. Can I subtract the ones? No. Take from 10. We are going to practice using this knowledge right now in our lesson. So I need you to have a whiteboard out. Have a whiteboard out so you can practice writing down the equations and marking them up to identify if we can subtract the ones. Okay, let's take a look at our first problem. It says 16 minus 4. 16 minus 4. So first thing we have to do, we have to identify what numbers are in the ones place. So what two numbers are in the ones place? Remember, that's all the way at the end. In 16, what number is in the ones place? The 6. And then what about the 4? Is this in the ones place? It is, because it's all by itself. Okay, we've identified the ones, so now we have to ask ourselves, can I subtract the ones? Let's see, I have 6, and I want to take away 4. Can I do that? Is that something I could do? Yes, it is. So therefore, if we said yes to our question, we are going to solve with place value knowledge. So let's do that. 6 minus 4 is, it's a 2. And this 110 has no other partner, so it's going to come be a part of our answer as well. So 16 minus 4 is, it's 12. We solved this problem using place value knowledge because we knew, yes, we could subtract 4 from 6. Okay, so we just identified how to solve this problem. But what if we're no longer doing 16 minus 4, erase, erase, reset? We are doing 16 minus 8. 16 minus 8. Well, let's take a look. How are we going to solve this problem? Let's first look at our ones place. So, what numbers are in our ones place? The 6 and the 8. These numbers are in our ones place. So now we're going to ask ourselves, can I subtract the ones? I have 6 ones. Can I take away 8 of them? If I have 6, can I take away 8? No, I can't. I can't take away more than I already have. So if our answer is no, we're going to now break this equation apart and solve by taking from a 10. So I want you to, just like yesterday, have this equation on your whiteboard and try to solve it on your own. If you want that challenge, try just solve it in your head. So right now, we know we need to solve by taking from a 10. So go work through it on your own and then come back to check. Okay? Pause. Okay, how did you do? Did you get 8 as your answer? 16 minus 8 is in fact 8. And we solved this by taking from a 10. And when we did that, we got a 2. And what was left over was a 6. We had to add them together. And we got our answer, which was 8. And we knew this was the right way to solve because we looked at the 10s and asked ourselves if we could subtract. Okay, awesome people. We're going to try a whole brand new set where we're going to have to use those detective skills. So let's reset and get ready. But before we do that, I want you to stand up and move your body with me so we can work it out. So go ahead and stand up, and I'm going to ask you a question. So for this or that today, if you had the choice for what kind of show you wanted to see, right now, would you love to see a fireworks show? If so, then you're going to pretend you're flying for 5 seconds. Or would you rather see a circus show? If so, then you're going to pretend you're biking for 5 seconds. So take your pick, fireworks or a circus. I love fireworks, so I'm going to choose a fireworks show and I'm going to fly. Okay, 5 seconds, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is it. I hope you got to move around. So come on back to your seat. Make sure you have a nice blank whiteboard and you're ready for our next problem. Da-da-da. That is 47 minus 5. 47 minus 5. Okay, we're trying to figure out what's the best way to solve this problem. How can we start looking for our clues? Where do we look? In the ones place. We have to look in the ones place. So what number in 47 is in the ones place? It's the 7 is in the ones place. Then what about the 5? What place is it in? It's in the ones place as well. So we've looked for our clues in the ones place, but what's the question we need to ask ourselves? Can I subtract the ones? So let's see. We've got 7 and we want to take 5 away. Can we do that? We have 7 and we want to take 5 away. Yes or no? Does that work? Yes, that does work. We can take 5 from the bigger number. So if our answer was yes, how are we going to solve this problem? Place value or take from 10? Which way? With our place value. So let's do that right now. Okay, 7 minus 4 is? It is 2. And what happens with this 4 in the tens place? It stays with us in our answer. So 47 minus 5 is? It's 42. And we solved that with our place value knowledge because we could subtract the ones. Okay, let's see. Reset, reset. Let's try another one. What is our next problem? So we still have 47, but we're going to subtract 9. We're going to take 9 away. So what is our first step to look for clues if we're trying to figure out how to solve? What do we need to look at? The ones place, of course. So what's the ones place? What number? It's 7. And is this in the ones place? Yes, a 9 is in the ones place. So now we have our ones place. What's our question we're going to ask ourselves about the ones place? Can we subtract the ones? So let's take a look. We have 7 ones, and we want to take away 9 of them. Can we do that? We're starting with 7, but we want to take away 9. Can you take 9 away when you only have 7? No, you can't. You can't take away more than you have. So if our answer was no to our big question, how do we want to solve? Place value or take from 10? Take from 10, we want to break down this equation to make it simpler for ourselves. So just like before, all of us are really awesome at this strategy. So I want you to try this out all on your own and then come back to check. Remember, we're going to start solving by taking from a 10. Are you ready? Okay, pause. And would you look at that? Did you end up getting the same answer as me? 47 minus 9 equals 38. And look, at the last step, we had to use our place value knowledge as well. When we were working to add what is left over, this 37 and the 1, we can add the ones placed together, and we got 38 as our final answer. Okay, make sure you check your work. If you made a mistake, that's okay, but just see where it might have been. Okay, Super Scholars, awesome job asking ourselves that super important question to be able to determine how we're going to solve. So now you are going to do it all on your own and be those math detectives. So let's all reset and check out what your Thursday math challenge is. Dun-dun-dun, here it is. You have 2 problems that you're going to solve, and that is 15 minus 3 and 15 minus 7. You are going to solve one of these equations using place value, and one of these equations using our take from 10 strategy. And you're going to be that math detective by looking at the ones place and asking yourself, can I subtract from the ones? Remember, if you say yes, you're going to solve with place value. If you say no, you're going to take from the 10. So as you're solving these problems on the video you're going to make, you need to explain the difference. You need to explain why are you solving this problem the way you did. Why did you choose that strategy? Remember, it's going to be because I can subtract the ones or because I cannot subtract the ones. Therefore, I have to choose the certain strategy. So you're going to solve and explain exactly why you're solving that way. What's the reason that you knew by looking at the ones place? So, Super Scholars, we're not only decoding detectives, we are math detectives in 2nd grade, and this is one of the awesome ways you can show me those math detective skills. So, let's go get to work solving and explaining exactly how we're doing it. I can't wait to see what you find.